Hello, hello. You're now tuned in to SOS, and I'm your host, Tamina, and we made it to 2026. What about a round of applause? Because 2025 was a chaotic year. That year was iconic, but not in the way we thought it would be iconic. The lessons were learned. It was a year of completion, it was a year of endings, it was a year of release, and we survived that. Like, we really did that, and I'm so proud of us. And we're in a whole new year, new energy, new era, new rebrand. But before we talk about 2026, I feel like we have a lot of unfinished business to talk about in 2025 because I abandoned the podcast. Okay, I put out 5 episodes and I said bye. Kind of iconic if you ask me. If you ask me, I would say that is kind of iconic actually. But now that I'm back, I feel like we have so much to catch up on because 2025 almost took out a lot of people, and excuse me, I was one of them. I was truly one of them. I experienced so many endings. I experienced a lot of release. I experienced a lot of things coming to completion. And there was a lot of it going on, but notably towards the end of the year, I experienced a breakup, the ending to a long term relationship that I didn't think was going to end. And then the universe said, surprise, surprise. Surprise, surprise. And yeah, it was such a surprise. But the ending of it taught me a lot. After that, my life started moving a lot faster. For some reason, it was moving so fast. I was traveling a lot. The last time I traveled that much was in 2021. I was traveling a lot, and so post breakup, 6 flights later, 2 different continents, a solo trip to Bali. One message was abundantly clear, and it was to let that shit go. To just let it go because what's meant for you will never miss you. What's meant for you will always find you, and you will never be at peace in places or with people that are not meant for you. So let it go. Okay? Let it go. I know you're going to be like, Tamina, hold my hand as you say this. No, let's hold hands because that's exactly what I needed to hear. And that's the message that kept coming to me as I continued to travel. Let me tell you guys, a 14-hour flight, you will really think about your life. And I was raw dogging this flight. I was not watching a movie, I was not reading a book. It was my thoughts and the occasional, ma'am, beef or chicken, and some sleep. That's what was happening. Thoughts, sleep, beef or chicken, rinse and repeat. That's literally what was going on, okay? And it was totally needed. I feel like getting away from everything, just being in the air, being in another country, then another country was so needed because it gave me so much time to just think about everything, understand it, examine it, and then release it. And so that's why I wanted this episode to be all about letting go. So that before we make our vision boards for the year, before we plan out our year, before we start our new era, our new rebrand, we need to make sure that we've let go of that 2025 energy. It was a year of endings and completion for a reason. We need to let go of that energy before we can experience new energy. We need to let go of everything that ended before we can step into the new. And that's exactly what I've been on. I'm still on a period of release. I've been examining the pain, sitting with the pain, releasing it because I went through a lot of completion, a lot of endings, things I almost gave up on but didn't. And then finally I was like, I have to share this thought. I have to share this thought with the class. Because here's my thing, we manifest such big, successful, and abundant lives. And then when we get good signs that confirm this life, you're like, yes, I'm on the right path, right? Like if you're manifesting so much abundance, so much success, and then you get a call from the brand that's on your vision board, or you go to a party and you meet a representative from a company that you want to work with, you're like, I'm on the right path. Like everything is unfolding the way it needs to unfold. I think what we're not good at is the more negative signs. And I say negative in air quotes because, sometimes you'll ask for peace, you ask for abundance. And what we don't realize is sometimes the chaos, sometimes the scarcity mentality is represented in people or places or things. So sometimes you will manifest something, and then the next day, maybe you lose a job, or like something dramatic happens, like you have a friendship breakup or you have a relationship breakup, and you're like, huh, what's going on? And it's like, this is kind of what you asked for. This is kind of what you requested for. You said you want abundance, meaning you're giving up chaos. And sometimes the chaos is represented in people, things, places that you're in that you no longer need to be in. Because remember, what is meant for you will never miss you. And so what's not meant for you will be naturally removed. And I feel like this is what we struggle with the most. And people talk about this all the time. I see it all the time. People will be like, oh yeah, I was journaling and I told the universe like to show me a sign, like, is this meant for me? And the next day we broke up. Or like, show me a sign, is this meant for me? And the next day I was fired. And it's not funny, okay? It's not funny. It's just like, it's like, yeah, sometimes when you ask for the thing, it doesn't show up in like a, hey, new opportunity come. It shows up in like, this needs to be removed first for you to step into the version that you're meant to be. For you to step into the version that you've been manifesting, we need to naturally remove these things. And that's only when you can step into that version of yourself. And I think we really struggle with this. Good signs, we're so good with it. Like, let me tell you, when I was in Bali on my solo trip, I moved into a hotel, and the hotel was called TS Suites. If you know me, you know my name is Tamina Semo, and so my initials are TS. And everything had my initials. I'm talking shampoo bottle, shower gel bottle, TS. The hanger for the robe, TS. The tuk tuk taking me to the beach, TS. Every single little thing was labeled TS. And that was literally my sign to be like, I was meant to be here at this exact time, at this exact place. And I was like, I am on the right path. Okay, very easy connection, like it's so easy to connect that sign. You're like, I'm on the right path. When we were in Dubai with my family, we were shopping on a random night and we found a necklace with my dad's name. My dad's name is not common. It's like my name. I don't find necklaces with my name. Whenever people are buying like bracelets, like and things with the name, I don't find my name. Maybe I'd need to do a custom order. My dad has the exact same name, and we found a necklace with his name in Dubai. Huh? I spelled like in downtown Dubai. How is that even possible? That's how we knew we were meant to be there as a family at this time, at that place. And it's always so trippy, but then it's always such a confirmation. Like, you nod your head and you know you're on the right path. But then when you ask for abundance, and maybe the person who keeps you in a scarcity mentality is removed from your life, you're like, what? Or the job that you hated and you know would keep you stagnant fires you, you're like, huh? And you're panicking. And it's like, this was the plan. These things need to be removed naturally for you to step into the version of yourself that you're meant to be. I saw this story on TikTok, and this woman was talking about how she was like, her lease was ending on that day, so she didn't have rent money and she was fired from her job. And so, due to that, she had to move like to a cheaper place, and then she had to thrift all her items for furniture. And when she started thrifting these items, she started posting how she was thrifting these items and transforming her new space. And that turned into a job. She posted the picture, somebody else wanted her to design that. And then the next time somebody else wanted her to design their home, and then someone else, and then someone else, and then someone else, and then it became a job. And you think about it, it's like, if you had gone to your job, would you have gone to thrift? And so maybe your job ending was just totally needed for you to step into the version of yourself that you had been manifesting. For you to step into your manifestations, you needed to be away from that job. That job needed to come to an end. You know what I mean? And at that time, you panic because it's like, what am I going to do? What's going to happen? And everything feels like it's just falling apart. And it's like, in that falling apart is where you find where you're supposed to be. I don't even know how to phrase this. Like, in things falling apart, you then, it's your path is cleared and you have clearer vision to see your path. Because sometimes we're in certain things, we're in certain jobs, we're in certain relationships, we're in certain friendships that we know are not meant for us, but then you're maybe scared to end it, you may be scared to walk away, you're scared for it to come to an end, and that's totally normal. But then you get to understand that in the ending you find a new beginning. In that ending, only in that ending, do you find a new beginning? If you continued in that path, if you continued in that job, if you continued in that relationship, if you continued in that friendship, you would not find that beginning. Only in that ending do you find a new beginning. And it's so crazy, right? And it brings me to a law that I recently found. You guys know how the TikTok FYP is so tailored to your experiences. So when I was scrolling one night, just my doom scrolling, I stumbled upon a law. And you guys know I love a law. Like, I had an episode about the law of exposure. I love the law of polarity, like all the laws of the universe. I just love knowing them. I love studying them. I love knowing that when I have a thought, it's not an original thought. Like, people have thought of it, people have studied it, and people have even released laws on it. So, alchemy's first law of equivalent exchange states that to obtain, you must lose something of equal value. To obtain, something of equal value must be lost. If you want peace, you need to lose the chaos. You need to give up the chaos. If you want abundance, you need to give up scarcity. If you want success, you need to sacrifice your time. You need to put in effort. You cannot create something from nothing. To obtain something of equal value must be lost. And that tied everything up so well, right? It even explains that only in that ending do you find a new beginning, because to obtain this new beginning, you had to lose whatever it is that was keeping you from this new beginning. You had to lose it, you had to shed it. And 2025 was the year of the snake, and it makes so much sense because it's like snake sheds skin. And so it's like, yeah, for you to be able to step into this new beginning, to a new experience, for you to rebrand, you needed to have shed that skin. You needed those endings to those things to happen so that you can step into this new beginning. And that's actually a sign that you're going closer to the version of you that you're supposed to be, when you start losing the things that were not meant for you. When the things were not meant for you start ending, you're stepping into the version you're manifesting. You're stepping into the version of you that you have been manifesting. And it's kind of beautiful in like a twisted kind of way. And so before you step into 2026, before you make that vision board, before you then manifest abundance and manifest success, you need to look back at 2025 and analyze those endings, because I'm not here to tell you that those endings will be cute and you'll just journal about them and it will be so cute as you journal and wow, and then you just move on from the ending. No, it's going to suck. Okay? It's going to suck. Like, letting go means sitting in the pain of that ending, examining the pain of that ending, understanding the pain of that ending, and then letting it go. You can't let go of something you haven't felt. You can't let go of something you haven't understood. You can't let go of something you haven't examined. You can't let go of nothing. You have to accept the ending, sit in it, examine it, understand it, even draw boundaries from it. Understand, why did it affect you like that? Why were you in that situation? Why did you put yourself in that situation? What caused you to stay in that situation? And then finally, when you have understood everything, when you have gone through all the phases, you've gone through all the crying, you've gone through all the feelings of self-betrayal, self-abandonment, only then can you be able to let go of those feelings and then step into more self-love. Okay? Step into saving yourself, step into forgiving yourself. That's the only way you can do that. You have to release all the other feelings of shame, all the other feelings of self abandonment, all the other feelings of self betrayal. That's the only way. So I don't think when people say, because sometimes when you say let it go, it feels like people are telling you to just ignore it and act like nothing happened and just like move on, okay? Move on. And it's like, no. Letting go generally means releasing. And what are you releasing? You're releasing the old energy, the old feelings, the old mentality that put you there in the first place, the old boundaries or lack of boundaries. You know what I mean? So I'm not here to tell you that letting go is going to be like a cute little exercise that you do and you feel great and whimsical, it's gonna suck. Like the first law of alchemy, when they say losing, you have to obtain, you have to lose something of equal value. I think equal value is very important here because even if you use an example of like the gym and you want to get in shape or you want to be healthy, you have to sacrifice a lot of things. Like maybe you have to cut out sugar. You have to go to the gym. When you go to the gym or when you do Pilates or when you work out, you're in pain and you're so the next day you can't even laugh because your ab is hurting and you're just in so much pain. And that's what is of equal value. You have to sacrifice that to be able to obtain your healthy lifestyle or your body. You know, that the body being tea, you have to sacrifice a few things here and there. Like for me, the greatest pain is to sacrifice sugar. But then I know like I have to sacrifice the sugar if I want to get to the body that I'm manifesting, or if I want to look the way I'm manifesting. I know like sugar is like a big a big thing I have to sacrifice. And it's the same thing when you look at it. It's like when you look at things in terms of like relationships that you know were not meant for you, friendships that you know were not meant for you, places, environments, jobs, opportunities that you know were not meant for you. You have to let it go. And that's something big that you have to let go. And so it's painful. And so the process of letting go is going to hurt. It's not going to be easy. So you have to sit in that pain, examine it, bond with it, and then finally release it. I did a lot of releases in 2025. There's so many ways to release. The first one that I found is being in silence with your thoughts. In this new world of TikTok, of Instagram reels, of just so much social media, you find that you can distract your mind the entire time. Like, actually, if you don't want to think about something, it's very possible. You can distract yourself 24/7. You can find a distraction 24/7. You know what I mean? But when you're silent with your thoughts, I feel like that's why people struggle with silence a lot. It's like you always want to listen to something, listen to a podcast, but keep listening to this one, please, okay? Listening to some music, listening to this and that. And it's like you never really have a moment of silence to actually hear what you're thinking. That's the first way. You have to find pockets of silence, have 30 minutes of silence every night, 1 hour of silence every night, and just sit in your thoughts. When you sit in your thoughts, is when you realize the mentality you have, the boundaries you have or the boundaries you don't have, how you're in this situation, what landed you in this situation, how you hate this situation, how you know this is not meant for you. All those thoughts, you'll start hearing all those thoughts. And releasing them is, there's so many ways to release. And release doesn't mean alchemize because I'm avoidant, okay? Immediately I get a sad thought like this, I'm ready to alchemize. When Olivia Dean said, "Is it thinking too high of myself to not want to be sad?" I felt it. I felt it. Because sometimes I'm like, why am I sad? When I can just alchemize this emotion. Like, I'm the type of person, something will happen next day. At Pilates doing the most horrendous core workout, transforming all that pain into power. Because that's what I do. That's what I love to do. I love to alchemize negative emotion. I will always do that. The next day, you will find me working harder than I've ever worked. I'm taking all that energy and I'm alchemizing it into something productive, which is okay, okay? Not judging myself, I'm giving myself the grace. But it's like, are you really feeling these emotions or are you intellectualizing them, rationalizing them, always finding a reason for them, alchemizing them, transforming them? Are you feeling these emotions? That's the question. Are you feeling these emotions? Not intellectualizing them. Like, intellectualizing emotions is so interesting because you think you're feeling them, right? You'll sit there and you'll be like, I am feeling like this because of this, and the root of that is this, and it is tied to this part of my trauma. And so, this part of my trauma has led me to act like this, and that's what led to this. You're not feeling the emotions, please. You're intellectualizing them, you're rationalizing them, you're finding reasons for the pain instead of just feeling the pain, instead of just feeling sadness, instead of just feeling all the negative emotions. Sit in them. Try it. Sit in them. In silence is even better. Alchemize them later. Give yourself some time to actually feel the emotions, and then you can alchemize them, you can transform them once you felt them. Another way I love to release is to write the things I want to release and then burn them. Very dangerous exercise. Do it with safety, please. Okay, but yeah, I love writing the things I'm releasing, and I just burn them. You can tear them. You can use any method to just feel like you're releasing. Even when I'm in the shower, sometimes I like to feel like when the water is cascading down my body, that it's releasing all the negative emotions. So I like to find little pockets of silence. I love to write down the things that I want to release. I love to imagine that when I'm in a shower, I'm releasing all these negative emotions. Then I go into alchemizing. Then I go into the rebrand. Then I go into transforming myself. I love a rebrand. I love a new experience. I love a new aura. I love a new energy. I love becoming a new person. I like taking the pain and transforming that into new versions of me. And that's what I'm going to be doing in 2026. I'm still in a period of releasing, still releasing all the endings. I'm still understanding everything that was completed in 2025. And I will still be releasing. And then that's when I will step into the best version of me. I'm going to run the strictest program of 2026. Like it's about to go crazy, this program, not for other people, for myself. That's actually the next podcast episode, running the strictest program, but not for other people, for myself. So as we go into this new year, I hope you take some time to release all the negative emotions that 2025 brought, all the endings, everything that was completed in 2025 before you step into the baddest version of you, before we witness this rebrand, before you begin this rebrand. Remember to let that shit go. Thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of SOS. This year, I would love for us to do more SOS episodes where I take your SOSs, take your messages, and then read them out on the podcast and talk about them on the podcast. We're going to do that a lot more. I'm also going to be a lot more consistent on here. So get ready, get ready, get ready. Can't wait for all the new experiences we're going to have. Like, I am channeling the energy I had in Bali into the whole of 2026. I want experiences that will rewire my brain chemistry. I want experiences that will change my life, just how I felt when I came from Bali, or better. That's my ba. I'm like, I want to feel how I felt after Bali, or better, because the way that trip rewired my mind. This is your sign to take a solo trip anywhere in your country, in your county. Take a solo trip. Just be with your thoughts. Come and tell me how it goes. Okay, come and tell me how it goes. But yeah, thank you so much for tuning into this episode. I'm a yapaholic. If I don't stop yapping now, this episode will not end. So thank you so much. See you in the next one. See you in the next episode of SOS. I've been your host, Tamina.